Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on perseverance. As I mentioned in the 10 things to get about 10 things get to know me video that I did, I mentioned that I am a director of strategic accounts. I cover the United States. So I am often asked, Bridget, how did you get there? How did you work your way throughout the company and have the success that you have today? Primarily being a female in a male-dominated industry. So let's just go ahead and get this out there. I work in the automotive industry, love the automotive industry. But when I am asked, how did I achieve the success that I have achieved, the same three words always come to mind, and it's what I share when asked, and it's hard work, homework, and honesty. So today is kind of under the first of those, which is hard work, and that's why this video is on perseverance. There are many stories that I use and share at various meetings that I am at, or if I'm asked if I'm doing a market visit and I'm going to be doing a field market visit, visiting some locations, or commercial account managers, or I'm asked with commercial sales managers, I share various stories. But there's one that I go to that I share quite frequently. And the reason I share it so much, and it's the reason I'm sharing it today, it was the first success story. Obviously, I did not start at the company that I currently work for as a director. I started both feet on the ground as a commercial account manager, worked my way up to a commercial, and then was a commercial sales manager, and got the opportunity and privilege to work with some of the best sales teams out there, put together and hire some of the best salespeople, and have very successful sales teams, to the opportunity to the role I'm in today, of director role. So let's go ahead and get this story started on perseverance. So obviously, as I mentioned, I started as a commercial account manager, and when I started out, I'm given a book of business and a territory. This is your territory, this is your book of customers, determine your route, your frequency, and so forth. So right off the bat, I realized the biggest and most successful shop in that entire market had 0 transactions, 0 sales. So I remember making a phone call and saying, hey, how come there's nothing on XYZ? Oh, don't worry about them. They use so-and-so. Just let that one go. So get off the phone, call someone who had this market prior to me that I knew was still with the company. So I reached out to them and asked them, hey, how come there's nothing on XYZ? And they're like, do not even go down that road, Bridget. Do not waste your time. Focus on the book of business that you have and work that. And I'm like, obviously that's what I'm going to do. I'm just wondering why we don't have XYZ. And they're like, I'm telling you, do not waste your time. It's going to be time and your wasted effort. Do not go there, is my advice to you. So I'm like, okay, get off the phone. I should probably mention I am extremely competitive. So when I am told that, not by one person, but by 2 people, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get this account. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this account. And then I'm going to have my how you like me now moment. So let's say the day of the week, it was Wednesday that I was in there market and visit this location. So I remember visit 1. I go in the location, introduce myself. From the get-go, very unhappy, we're not interested, thank you so much, you know, goodbye. And I remember just smiling and leaving my card. If there's anything I can do, please let me know. The following Wednesday, what do? I'm back in there. And I remember the guy said, did you not hear me last week when I told you that we are not interested? And I'm like, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I said, but I just wanted to give you this information on this current promotion we're having in case you have a need for this. I wanted to make sure I communicated it to you and your team. And I completely understand and respect your partnership. Nothing makes me happier than when one of our customers tells our competitor that. So thank you so much. And I was out the door. So I continued my determination every single Wednesday, like clockwork. I was in their location. So let's fast forward a month. Let's go 2 months, because I had been going there every Wednesday for 2 months before I got a little tidbit. So I'd been calling the store every day. Hey, did they purchase anything? Did they buy anything? No, no, no. And I remember, like, I was doing this, and like the 3rd time, one of the guys from the store was like, are you a dreamer? Are you a dreamer? You're not going to get them. Give it up. Just get over it now, and you will save yourself a lot of heartache. And I'm like, thinking I'm going to have that how you like me now moment at the end of the day. So I had called them every day repeatedly. So finally, one day, they call me and they're like, you're not going to believe it. And I'm like, he bought something. And they're like, yes, it was under $2. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. He bought something. And they're like, okay, just wanted to let you know. And I'm like, thank you so much. And I'm like, I got baby steps. He made a purchase. So I do a U-turn, go in there, and he was like, what do you want? And I said, I just wanted to come say thank you so much for your purchase. And he's like, was it over $1? I'm like, yeah, it was over $1. It was under $2. But the point is, you made a purchase. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for making that purchase. And I remember he was just like, oh my God, this poor girl. And I just, you know, I said thank you, and I left. So I continued to reach out to the store day after day after day. So it was like 4 days before he purchased anything else. And I got a call from the store team, and they're like, he bought something. I'm like, are you kidding me? Don't kid me. And they're like, yeah, he bought something. And they're like, it was more than $1, but it's under $5. And you said you wanted to know. I said, yes, I did. Bless you. Thank you so much. And I do another U-turn, go by there, and he's like, what are you doing? You've already been here one time this week. What do you want? And I said, I just wanted to come in and say thank you so much for your second purchase. We really appreciate it. And he just kind of had a smirk on his face. And so I saw an opening. I said, you know, your first purchase, I said, was under $2. Your second purchase was more than the first purchase, but it was still under $5. I said, I am very optimistic that within the next week, you are going to make a purchase for over $10. And he like chuckled. The guy beside him was just laughing. And he like had a smile on his face. I said, and that's all I wanted to say. And I get out of there because they are incredibly busy. But it was, I just wanted to let them know I noticed and I appreciate it. So here we go. A week after that, I still go by, nothing. Another week, nothing. We are now at the 3-month mark. So it's a Saturday, and I get a call from the store team saying, Bridget, so sorry to call you on a Saturday, but I wanted to let you know. I'm like, has he been buying? And they're like, oh yeah, not one part, not two parts. He's bought several jobs. He's bought the assemblies, he's bought the add-ons, everything. And I'm like, oh my God. And I remember like, woohoo, I'm so excited. Thank y'all so much. And he's like, so are you gonna go by and see him on Monday instead of waiting until Wednesday? And I'm like, heck no, I'm getting dressed and I'm gonna see him now. They're like, you don't work on a Saturday. And I'm like, oh, I'm working this Saturday. And so they are laughing. So I remember I get dressed and I go there on the Saturday, and I go in, and the guy behind the counter was like, what are you doing here on a Saturday? I didn't think salespeople work on Saturdays. I'm like, oh yeah, well, we work on Saturdays to come say thank you. I said, thank you so much. I said, you have purchased multiple parts for us, and I know today is one of your busiest day of the weeks, and just wanted to let you know how grateful we are that you trusted us to be your partner to get these parts to you in a timely manner to take care of your customers. And he's like, well, thanks for stopping by. No problem. And I said, thank you. I said, and can you because so-and-so that I usually see isn't there. I said, can you let so-and-so know I was here and let him know how appreciative we are? And he goes, oh yeah, I'll let him know you were here on a Saturday. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like tickled pink inside. So I go there on Wednesday, and I'm all excited because they had a great Saturday with us. And he's like, hey, give me a second, and then I want to see you in my office. And I'm like, oh my God, here we go. He's so serious. Is he going to get me for stalking? I mean, what's going on here? So he calls me in his office, and he's like, shut the door. So I'm like, here we go. So I sit down, and he's like, so there's a few things that I want to say to you. And I remember just thinking, oh my gosh, should I have not made the joke? What the heck is going on? And he's like, I want to start by letting you know how impressed I am with you. And I'm just like, okay. And I said, yes, sir. And he goes, you continued to come in here week after week when we did not spend a penny with you. Week after week. And he goes, and was I nice to you the first time you came through my door? And I said, no, sir. And he goes, and was I very rude to you the second time that you came through my door? I said, well, I wouldn't say you were rude. You didn't meet me with a hug, but I wouldn't say you were rude. And I remember then he kind of like chuckled, and I thought, okay, the mood is lightening. And he said, he goes, no. And he goes, but you continue to come back. He goes, I remember telling my wife that night, XYZ has a new outside sales rep and it's female, and I was not kind to her. Let's see if she ever comes back again. He goes, and lo and behold, here you were week after week. And I knew we got a fighter here. This girl's keeping on coming, and I'm not giving you a penny. He goes, so not only did that impress me, he goes, but what really surprised me was when you showed up the same day we made a purchase with you. And he goes, and it didn't stop there. He goes, you surprised me again the second time we made a purchase. You showed up the same day to say thank you. He goes, and then Timmy tells me you came here on a Saturday to say thank you. I said, yes, sir. I said, I wanted to let you know that we noticed and how much it meant that you trusted us. I said, especially on a Saturday. I said, with how busy you are, and you trusted us to get those parts to you. I said, it really means the world to us that you gave us the opportunity to be a partner. And he goes, so now there's something that I want to tell you that I haven't told you these past few weeks that you've been coming in. He goes, our current supplier, and he goes, and he names them by name, their partner, he goes, have been slipping. He goes, they've been getting pretty sloppy with their service. He goes, and definitely taking their times on their credit and return stuff. So 2 weeks ago, I reached out to them and said, hey, y'all need to tighten up. If you don't tighten up and straighten up our service issues and take care of our credits and returns when we ask for them, don't think because we've been partners with you all these years, I won't take our business somewhere else. And he said, so the reason I asked you to come in my office is I wanted to congratulate you on your perseverance. He goes, your perseverance and your will to not give up and come in here and prove the weeks after week that you wanted our business and was not giving up, you were going to be our new partner. And he goes, and because of you coming here week after week, I'm going to get no pushback from my entire team. He goes, because they've seen you come in week after week. You might not have talked to any of them or had any conversations, but they notice. They notice who comes in, and they know that they're going to be in good hands because of what they've seen from you already with the purchases that they've made. He goes, so come on, follow me. So you ever something great happens and you are through the roof excited and just want to jump out loud and scream and do cartwheels, but you're in front of the customer and you have to maintain that professional image. So I'm like, yes, sir, thank you so much. So he opens the door and I follow him. He goes, there's something I want to show you. So I follow him down a hall and he opens up the door and he goes, all of this is yours. And I'm looking around. I literally am looking around floor to ceiling at wall-to-wall parts. And he's like, all of this is going to you. And I said, thank you so much. He goes, now let's go see the other two. And I said, there's two more. He goes, oh yeah, there's three. And he goes, and I want to let you know right here, if you drop the ball, if your company drops the ball, don't think, Bridget, that there's not people behind you waiting to pick up the ball and take our business. And I knew that. I know that. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I knew I was going to wrap my hands around this entire organization and make sure every team member, anyone that had any access, anything whatsoever to this account, knew what was at stake. And so it was just the biggest high. Obviously, this was when I had started with the company, and the biggest win that I had in that role. And I remember going back to the store. I didn't call the team from my car. I remember I went back to the store and told them, and I remember they gave me a bear hug and they were so excited, but it was teamwork. It wasn't all me. It was because of the teamwork and that team and communication. Yes, it was perseverance, but had that team not communicated to me when they had made those purchases, it would not have given me the opportunity to go there and acknowledge our gratitude for the opportunity that they had given us on those days. So they were a dream team, and this has been years ago, but I can still remember it as if it was yesterday. But teamwork is also what persevered here is us working together as a team. So if I give a where are they now to this customer years later, we are still their #1 supplier. They are still the biggest account out of that market. I make sure I stay in contact with the commercial account manager in that market now. Through the years, anytime there has been a change, I always made sure to reach out to the commercial sales manager, the district manager, and the commercial account managers to make sure they know what's at stake. And I always say, make sure you take care of this customer and you wrap your arms around them, I said, because if you drop the ball, you will lose them. I said, and you need to treat this customer every day if this is the first day you just got them. And the truth is, if you treat every customer like that, you treat every customer and wow them with service as if it's the first day you got them, you are going to retain a larger percent of your customers. It's when we take those customers for granted. But this is a video on perseverance and how when you persevere and you stay steadfast, determined to win with a refuse to lose attitude, that's how you could succeed. So had I gone 1 to 2 visits and when he was rude or said, I'm not going to buy anything from you and kicked me out, had I fallen out of line, someone else behind me would have been the one to get that opportunity. But when I stayed steadfast and I stayed the course, determined to get this account and do whatever, when my competitors fall out of line and I stay on track, I move that much closer in line, that much closer to an opportunity. In everything we do, timing is everything. Your timing, your follow-up, and your communication. So thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a huge thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you would hit the little red button and subscribe. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.